ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and help me welcome the fearless Rich politician.
Does the thought of speaking in front of a group evoke fear, make you sweat, get your heart pounding? If you answered yes, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Last January, when I first joined Toastmasters, the words public speaking struck fear in my mind. As a matter of fact, years ago at Davis, I switched a class just to avoid having to give a required speech. I ran to the registrar's office to drop that class as soon as I saw the word speech. Even Jerry Seinfeld has his famous bit on public speaking. He said that Americans fear public speaking more than death. So that would mean that most people at a funeral would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy. But I have learned through Toastmasters that public speaking does not have to evoke such fear. This evening, I will share with you 3 strategies that have helped me overcome my fear of public speaking. The first strategy that has helped me overcome my fear of public speaking is visualization. I visualize myself succeeding by creating mental pictures. Shakespeare once said, "Assume the virtue, assume the trait if you have it not." I would see myself in my mind's eye going through every step of my stage, from the walk up to the stage to the applause at the end. Visualization has been proven just to be as effective as actually doing it. I'm going to walk you through what I typically visualize. First, I visualize myself walking up to the stage. I try to be confident and energetic and give a big handshake to the Toastmaster. Last week, I said this, but it bears repeating. The way you walk up to the stage does a lot to the audience, whether what you have to say is actually worth listening to. I would then visualize myself standing in front of the audience in silence, taking a pause for a couple seconds, taking a big deep breath in and letting it out, then starting my opening. When I do pause and take a deep breath, it does a couple things for me. It does calm my nerves for a little while, but it also draws the audience into what I'm about to say. I usually open my speeches by asking the audience a question. I ask a question, I try to pause for a couple seconds, which allows you guys, the audience, to think about your answer. Asking an intriguing question is a powerful way to begin a speech. Then I would actually visualize myself going through or giving the speech, trying to be passionate, energetic, and actually using the whole stage. So this is the stage, walking to one side of the stage, giving a point, then walking to the other side of the stage and giving another point. Then finally, I would visualize myself giving a great conclusion and then hearing the applause at the end. Effective conclusions for me usually include a good summary of what I just said in my speech and giving a call to action. Visualization. When you know you'll succeed, you will succeed. Powerful. The second strategy that has helped me overcome my fear of public speaking is preparation. Preparation pays. Thomas Edison had a quote, "Genius is 1% inspiration, but 99% perspiration." Nothing eases the fear, especially me, nothing eases the fear of public speaking more than knowing your material. You have to prepare. In January, I have transformed from a fearful speaker to now a more confident speaker. And how did I do that? I usually rehearse my speech 15 to 20 times before delivering it in Toastmasters. And that preparation plays a major role in alleviating the jitters I would feel on the day of the speech. When I was well prepared, I thought my speech would come out confidently, and that would put me in a more relaxed mood. Benjamin Franklin once said, "By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail." I've incorporated practicing my speech still 15 to 20 times, but I actually do it in the mirror. They're called mirror exercises, and that really has increased my confidence as a public speaker. Now, the third strategy that has helped me overcome my fear of public speaking is that I became more knowledgeable in the key components of what an effective public speaker is. I have read books, or skim books by Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie, watch YouTube clips, speeches, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, but to tell you the truth, modeling the behavior from the effective public speakers I see here at Toastmasters. And many of you are on that list. I have learned to use eye contact more effectively. Trying to use eye contact early in my speech to develop kind of a trust and a connection with the audience. Try to make eye contact with everyone in the audience. I try to do that every time. I have learned to speak louder than normal, project my voice to the back of the room, speak slower than normal, try to clearly enunciate each word. Try to use the pregnant pause before delivering an important point. And finally, effective body language. First of all, trying to maintain a smile. It's kind of hard. Keeping your head up, wide stance, standing up straight. Where should you put your hands? I say just put them down here. Not in your pockets, not messing with your face. Just try to keep them here until you start doing hand gesturing. I've learned to use effective hand gestures to illustrate a point. And I have read from an Alan Pease book that when you are using your hand gestures, to kind of keep your palms up to indicate trust and honesty, as opposed to when I'm teaching at school, palms down to indicate dominance. In conclusion, I never try to take myself too serious, and I always try to relax. I approach public speaking in a committed yet playful manner, and I always try to have fun while doing it. Let today be the day you take the first step to overcome your fear of public speaking. So go ahead, get up, and rock that stage. Mr. Toastmaster.
Looks like you've learned a lot of things, and I see you putting them all into practice. So great, thank you very much.